What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition Trilogy because this game somehow manages to make everybody mad. It's getting mass refunds, tons and tons of blowback, and lots of people showing some funny glitches, like the fact that apparently your car grows bigger if you wiggle back and forth in the middle of the road. I mean, it's kind of just a crazy mess. Personally, I'm still having fun with it because I'm a gigantic fanboy for Vice City, but Rockstar Games just released an official apology, which I want to read with you guys today. So this actually just came out 30 seconds ago, and I wanted to take a look at it. Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Edition Trilogy. A note from Rockstar Games and the team regarding Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Edition Trilogy. Okay, so this literally came out just now. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, because apparently I'm the person who gets to read this first. Hi everyone, we want to provide an update regarding the unexpected technical issues that came to light as part of the launch of Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Edition Trilogy. Now, right off the bat, this does seem a bit fishy because the fact that they're calling this unexpected technical issues, I mean, the games have some pretty clear issues when it comes to visual errors and people having some funny glitches kind of all over the place. So them saying that this is unexpected technical issues, I'm kind of curious if they're doing the cyberpunk excuse where they're like, oh, we didn't even know this stuff existed. Oh, wow. Whoa, you saw what glitch? It's kind of funny that they're starting this off with what feels a little bit like a mild lie. But let's keep reading. Firstly, we want to sincerely apologize to everyone who's encountered issues playing these games. The Grand Theft Auto series and the games that make up this iconic trilogy are as special to us as we know they are to the fans around the world. The updated versions of these classic games did not launch in a state that meets our own standards of quality or the standards our fans have come to expect. That's kind of interesting to me, the fact that they're admitting that the games are not as good as they could have been. It's actually interesting because I feel like companies a lot of times try and duck and dodge. They don't want to just come out and fall on the sword and admit that they could have been better, but they actually did it. We have ongoing plans to address the technical issues and to improve each game going forward. With each planned update, the games will reach the level of quality they deserve to be. Man. This is really cool. I mean, already I'm kind of just impressed by this statement. A new title update is on the way in the coming days for all versions of Grand Theft Auto the Definitive Edition Trilogy that will address a number of issues. We will update everyone as soon as it goes live. In the meantime, it pains us to mention that we're hearing reports of members of the development team being harassed on social media. We'd kindly ask our community to please maintain a respectful and civil discourse around this release while we work through these issues. I mean, that makes sense. I have personally been sent some screenshots. One of the QA testers was absolutely being spammed into oblivion. He talked about working out the glitches of the game, and everybody said, are you blind? Are you stupid? Some pretty rude discourse. Kind of funny at times, but also very rude. While one of the goals of the Definitive Editions was to allow players to enjoy these games on modern platforms for many years to come, we understand that some of you would still like to have the previous classic versions available for purchase. We're adding the classic PC versions of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas back to the Rockstar store shortly as a bundle. Additionally, anyone who purchased the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy on PC from the Rockstar Store through June 30th will receive the classic versions in the Rockstar Launcher at no additional cost. We'll update as soon as they're back in the Rockstar Store. That's awesome. I wonder if they're going to do that for the console versions as well. Maybe they can't. I've actually talked to some game developers who said that making free versions of games for the store actually costs the developers money. Like, even if you happen to say all right, this is a free version of the remote, PlayStation still requires them to pay the cost of the remote going onto the store itself. So maybe they legally can't make the games free even if you purchase the other version of it. But I can hope. It would be extremely cool if they brought back the classic versions of these games, because as somebody who does own them, I think they're a lot of fun. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for their patience and understanding while we work through these updates to ensure these games meet everyone's justifiably high standards. You know what? I'm just going to say it. This is the best apology I've ever seen when it comes to a company. So many of these different studios and stuff are just so wishy-washy. They're just so like, oh, woe is me. I actually respect that they're coming out here and they're just straight up saying, yeah, the games could have been better. The gameplay is nice. It's cool that the aiming and shooting has been improved so much, and the fact that the driving physics are so much sharper, but it's cool that they're actually saying, this stuff right now is here, it could have been here. That is extremely admirable. Like, straight up, even if you're somebody that's enjoying dunking on these games, even if you're somebody that's bought these games and got a refund and you're still pissed, I feel like we should all kind of admit the fact that it's pretty cool that they're just coming out here and saying, yeah, we kind of screwed up. Now, here's the key thing. They need to actually stick to the promises being made here. I think what needs to happen now is more than just some technical updates. I feel like the glitches, the graphical issues, stuff like that being updated, that's the first step in the process. I'm kind of hoping that they fix some of the parts that people have been complaining about, like the weird menus, the fact that the save screen is just so basic. It seems like this game still needs a little bit of extra sprucing up. I mean, it feels like this game, even as somebody who is really enjoying it, it could have been better. I'm happy. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is a gigantic tip of the hat. Rockstar Games is showing the other people this is how it's done. But what do you think? Does this seem like a big old puff piece? Does this seem like something that's actually could be legit? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and please, if you could, tell me if you actually got the Rockstar Definitive Edition trilogy of these GTA games, and if you are pissed. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a gigantic thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all, and keep dreaming. They actually did it. Alright, well, I'm going to go back to trying to 100% Vice City, because even if the game is visually glitchy, I just love that 80s music, baby. You know, I just want to say here at the end, perhaps Rockstar give us some sorts of content roadmap. I feel like those are very typical these days. Maybe just make some sort of schedule saying like, okay, here's the updates we're trying to release and a timeline and sort of the idea of here's what you're getting in the future of the GTA Definitive Edition trilogy. And additionally, now this is just a personal preference, give us Vice City stories. That's seriously the best freaking spinoff that was ever done in GTA, and it never gets nearly enough credit. Put it in there, dang it. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.